Hello. Do you want to know the secret to lead a happy life? I'm sure you would like to. Today's story will provide you some answers towards that. So, there was this man who wanted his son to go to the wisest man and find out what's the secret to lead a happy life. The boy set out on the journey. On the journey, he continued to make inquiry about the address of this person. Finally, he reached a place where he was told, up there on the mountain, there's a castle, and as we know, the wisest man lives there. The boy climbed up the mountain, reached the castle, and he was directed to meet a person. And the boy was surprised. This man did not look saintly at all. He looked very worldly kind of person. And not only that, in the castle, there was a lot of activity going on. There were people coming and going. There was music playing on one side. There were food platters on one side. There was a beautiful garden overlooking mountains. And as he got to have a conversation with this person, he explained his reason of coming to him. He said, "Great, we will have a conversation about it. So why don't you do one thing? Just go around the castle and have a look. We'll meet back in 2 hours' time. But as you go, you need to do something." He handed him over a spoon, and there were a few drops of oil in that. "Just make sure that this oil stays intact, it doesn't spill." The boy set out on different pathways of the castle, climbing up and down the stairs, and in 2 hours' time, he was back. The wise man said to him, inquired from him, he said, "Did you notice beautiful paintings in the drawing room? Or beautiful chandeliers in the dining hall? Did you have a look at my library? And what about the garden? It took about 10 years to set that kind of garden. Did you look at flowers, different colors, and so on?" And the boy was really very embarrassed that he was not able to notice any of these things. However, he showed to the man that the oil was intact. Boy realized that all his attention was on the oil to keep it protected, don't allow it to spill over. That's why he couldn't notice the world around him. The wise man said, "Okay, why don't you go once again and look whatever you can?" The boy set out on this journey again, and this time he was paying attention to every artifact of beauty. He was noticing everything. And in 2 hours' time, he came back and he was able to explain in detail what all he had seen. And then the man asked him, "What about the oil?" There was no oil in the spoon this time. And then this wise man said to him, "I can give you only one lesson. And that lesson is, keep looking around in the world, keep noticing the beauty around you, and at the same time, make sure that the oil does not spill over." This is what the story is all about. And with a very profound message, is it that we have become focused a little too much on one aspect of life and missing other important areas of life? Most of the time it happens with people who are working, is that they are too much obsessed about the work, quality of work, output, delivery, deliverables, timelines, and so on, and they forget other important areas of life, which are themselves, people around them, relationships, joy, pleasure, all that is missed out. But if you want to lead a life full of happiness, you will need to learn how to strike a balance between these two, because they need to go hand in hand. As you work, at the same time, you need to start paying attention to other important aspects of life. Because I always believe that work consumes a lot of energy, and we need to find sources to replenish that energy. Unless that is taken care of, you will not be able to enjoy the happiness. The reason is that energy will keep dipping over a period of time, and in human beings it happens that it takes its own time to come to a point that you feel that there is nothing left in terms of energy inside you. Everything seems to be over. So if you really want to start enjoying your life, you just need to pay attention to every aspect of life, that's when you'll be able to experience balance. You'll be able to keep the oil drops protected and at the same time see the happiness, the beauty, the joy of life which is ever present in your life. So I want you all to start enjoying your life much more. I wish you all the best, and I'll meet you in my next video.